And just like that, the Florida Gators are your national basketball champions. Let's all show those Florida Gators some love, baby, on this night. I'm not saying show them some love later on in the week, but on this night, maybe early in the morning, let's show those Florida Gators some love because they earned this national championship. And this was a great national championship basketball game. It was great. Florida going down by 12 to a team like Houston, a physical team, a team that plays great defense, and coming back to win. That was epic. That was an awesome job by the Florida Gators head coach. Also, Houston, they held Clayton Jr., the guy that scored 34 points against Auburn. They held him to 1 point in the first half. Now he came out and scored 10 in the second half, but they played some hell of a defense on that guy. That every time he get the ball, they was doubling him. And he had to find somebody else. He had to dish it off. So Florida earned this. Florida had a great season. They ended the season 36-4. 36-4. Houston had a great season too. They ended the season 35-5. So both of them had great seasons. You can only have one winner in a national championship game, and tonight it was those Florida Gators. Great game, great game, great game. I know Florida, they got a lot of haters. Some of them was in the chat tonight. But this turned out to be a great game. I was live for the first half. I said, I'm going to just watch this second half and then I'm going to turn it in. But this second half, down by 12 points and coming back to win against Houston. Usually it's Houston making the comeback, getting these epic wins. But tonight it was the Florida Gators. And guess what? I'm not for every team in the SEC. I roll with my Alabama Crimson Tide. But I was glad to see how many teams from the SEC made the NCAA tournament. The SEC had the most teams in the NCAA tournament, and it's good that one of them won it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it wasn't them Auburn Tigers. I'm so glad about that because guess what? If the Auburn Tigers would have beat Florida and went on to win the national championship, I wouldn't be making no damn video. I'll be somewhere mad as hell. Well, maybe I would make a video cussing Bruce Pearl out, even though he just won the national championship. But I wouldn't be congratulating them like I'm congratulating these Florida Gators. I don't have an issue with the Florida Gators. Matter of fact, like I said, Walter Clayton Jr. scored 11 points. Will Richard, the other guard, scored 18. And Condon, forward, scored 12 points. Nobody just went off tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Martin scored 7 points and Chinaloo 3 and Hall, he only scored 5 and Aberdeen 7. So yeah, man. So but in this game, Florida, they missing them layups at the basket, man. That was pissing me off because I did pick these Florida Gators to win, and I'm glad they did. They didn't win by as many as I thought they did, only winning by 2 points. And it just surprised me how Houston, they went toe-to-toe with these Florida Gators. I thought Florida was just going to do what they've been doing the entirety of this season. But not tonight. Houston got some tough-ass defense. Them boys are tough. They had to be in order to make it to the national championship game, in order to come back against Duke. I thought it was going to be Florida and Duke playing for this national championship game. But that wasn't meant to be. Duke collapsed. Houston made the epic comeback. So, but yeah, Houston, they time just ran out. I'm going to just tell you that right now. Time ran out. Houston on that last play, they had the right play. They had the right play. The guy that they got the ball to, Sharp, this guy is a sharp shooter. This guy can hit a 3 from anywhere. Clayton came out and contested the shot because he would have been open. Clayton hustled and contested the shot, and he couldn't get it off. Now, maybe if he'd have kind of jumped into Clayton, because Clayton was running to him and jumped in the air, and he would jump into Clayton, that would have been a foul, and he'd have got 3 shots. But it just wasn't meant to be. And I am surprised that Houston, instead of going for the tie, they elected to go for the 3. I'm surprised at that. Me, I would have played for overtime. That's just me. Just get the 2 points and let's rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because overtime, the game's 0-0. So it's a whole new ball game. All you got to do is win 5 minutes. But, you know, I kind of figured, like I said, I picked Florida, and I kind of figured when Florida came back from that 12-point lead that they were going to win the game. I figured that. And like the announcer said, Florida took a 1-point lead. That was their first lead. They only was in the lead for 17 seconds up until then. And man, from after Florida came back from 12, shit, it was back and forth. Anybody could have won the game. Anybody. But sad for Houston, you know what I'm saying? Because they played well enough to win the game. Their defense was well enough to win the game. Offensively, they played well enough to win the game. Cryer, 19 points. He was the only guy for Houston in double figures. 19 points. Roberts had 8. Using 6. Sharp 8, which surprised me. I thought he would have more points than that coming into the game. Tugler, 5. Francis, 8. Wilson, 9. But tight game. 65-63. I thought more points would have been scored in this game. But hey, shout out to them Florida Gators. Florida, you got something to celebrate tonight and the rest of the year, basically. All the way up until this time next year, you got something to celebrate. And if you make it to the tournament next year, lose in the first round, I believe you lost in the first round last year, you can celebrate up until then. Now you Florida Gators fan can be happy. You can smile again. and thank you, OKB, for picking y'all. Even though me picking y'all don't mean a damn thing. That don't mean you was going to win the game. But hey, even if Houston would have won the game, I'll be right here congratulating Houston. So, but everybody show some love to these Florida Gators. Even you Florida Gator haters, show them some love. Like I say, I had a few people in the chat tonight hoping and wishing that the Florida Gators would lose. But guess what? It didn't happen. So y'all can go to bed with a frown on your damn face. You know just who I'm talking to. All right? Y'all know who I'm talking to if you was in the chat talking about y'all hope Florida lose and how much y'all hate Florida. You going to bed with a frown on your face. Yes, you are. Well, OKB, man, I really don't give a damn. I really didn't care who won. I just thought Florida was the better team. But these teams on tonight, I'm going to just say on tonight, they was evenly matched. Evenly matched. I mean, damn, 65-63. I would have liked to see the game go on to overtime, get a little bit more basketball for the night. But hey, it didn't happen. For some reason, Houston wanted to go for the win, and it didn't work out in their favor. They got the ball in the right guy's hand, just couldn't get a shot off. It's called defense. Florida got some great defense too. They played some great defense too. But Florida, they got in foul trouble early in the second half. Early. And Houston was in the double bonus for a long time. But they still couldn't pull it out. So once again, congratulations to the Florida Gators. Shout out to that Florida Gator coach, man. He looked young as hell, man. But like he said tonight, they won the natty. They won the natty. I believe they got at least 3 basketball championships because I know they won, I believe it was 2008 when they won. Was it 2008? They won back-to-back. I'm not back-to-back, but they won it in football and basketball. And I know they I think they'd have won at least 3 or 4 basketball national championships since 2000. I'll just say in the past 20 years, 15 years. They'd have won at least 3. So, hey, Florida Gators, they're a hell of a team, man. National champions now. All right, with a 36-4 record. And Houston fans, Houston alumni, and whoever support those Houston Cougars. There is no need to hang your head, because guess what? A 35-5 record, it ain't too shabby. It just didn't bring you a national championship. That's all. Ain't nothing to hang your head about. Now, this loss, yeah. But as far as the season, nothing to hang your head about. You're the second best. So, hey, there had to be a loser. Unfortunately, Houston Cougars, it was you. That's it. But congratulations to Florida. Matter of fact, congratulations to Houston for making it to the national championship game. Okay? So, what an epic game it was. What a great game it was. And, hey, Florida Gators, y'all enjoy it. And I say it one more time. Go Gators.